Starting broadcast. All right, and we're live.
Hi.
Hey guys, welcome to Geek Devotions, show from a couple of devoted geeks, devoted to let you know that you're loved. I'm Dallas, and this is
Celeste.
And joining us in the chat right now is our good friend Colby from Geeks Under Grace. Colby, say hi, man.
How are y'all?
So, Colby, for people who don't know what Geeks Under Grace is, if you could just kind of walk them through and tell them what you guys are all about and what you guys do.
Well, we founded a few years ago. We're still growing every day in new areas, but the whole purpose of the ministry is to take the pop culture that we all love, that all the cool stuff that's sitting behind y'all, all the fandom, all of those things, and to look to see what we can gain out of that in regards to that God has in the Bible for us. So evangelize. It's a great way to reach people that have never been reached with the gospel, possibly, or those who feel frustrated in the churches because they don't really feel like they have a place. So that's what.
Awesome. That's cool, man. We appreciate y'all's ministry. Obviously, it's kind of very dear and close to our heart for obvious reasons. Man, how did you get involved with Geeks Under Grace?
There was a writer call in October, not last year, but the previous, in 2015. And so I just responded and emailed the editor, and one thing led to another, and it was a pretty quick process. But then just working from writer to moving into events and doing different things, just making myself available. I'm on the board now. I'm the events manager. If we have an event, if I'm not helping run it, I know about it. So at least because there's lots of stuff we've got going on or starting to have going on, and so it's been excellent to be a part of that. And just again, one thing's led to another, and I'll open more opportunities, hoping that more open every day. So.
Sweet, man. So what's been like the coolest thing that you've had a chance to do with Geeks Under Grace to date?
It was just a few weeks ago, actually. One of our staff reached out to me to ask if there was any way that any resource that I knew in regards to a certain anime that a friend of his watched. It was a friend that was in his classes, and she was a declared atheist, like not even like implied. She just did not believe in God, didn't want to hear about God, didn't want to hear about Christianity, none of that.
Right.
And so we helped him find some articles that are out there about that he liked, and so articles, and now she's going to church with her family. But she
that's
was just
awesome.
to do. And I mean, and that's true story. So it's very inspiring to me. And as far as like faith fuel, big stuff.
Well, that'll definitely tell you you're going in the right direction, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's really awesome.
We get naysayers. We've had a lot of that going on the last week or two. We've went in some bold new directions with some stuff. That's stuff we're going to talk about. But in doing all of that, we know that you push that to the side, and if you're committed and you know that this is what God wants us to do, that's what we're doing. So.
Right. Absolutely. Man, I'm super excited about that story. I actually I'm not sure where I heard that story. I don't know if it was in one of the chats I was in with you guys or what, but that's one of my favorite stories. That's actually one of the things that we would love to see happen through Geek Devotions too, is just hear somebody say, hey, look, I appreciate what you have. What you gave us allowed us to minister somebody so somebody can hear the gospel and experience Christ in a real way. So man, that's awesome. You guys see that happening actively in y'all's ministry. So I know that you guys just had a major event this past couple weeks. You had a Twitch drive. Could you explain to our viewers what that is?
Yeah, just to let people know, we have a Twitch channel with Geeks Under Grace every night, weeknights, and even on the weekends. I believe it would be 8 o'clock Eastern is the best time to say. 8 o'clock Eastern. They do it's a rotating, revolving schedule. We have people who play games for people to watch, and Twitch, to talk about and to type to and interact with. Well, we did that instead of one night. We did it for 3 nights, 24 hours a day, so 72-hour Twitch drive. And while that was going on, people could make donations. People could, and in doing so, they had a chance to win codes. It was great. We recorded 3 live podcasts during the event. It's not so much a fundraiser. Like people were like, oh, they're going to ask me for money. It's more like an event. I mean, well, it is an event, but it's something people actually look forward to.
Right.
Our community is all about it, and it's fun. I mean, it's not like, hey, dragging it out of folks. They want to be a part of it. They want to see what's going on. And
right. That's cool.
So people might know we have talked about doing more than one a year. We're not committing to anything, but it is something we've talked about. So you've been heard, is what I want to say. In that regard.
Cool. Hey, we just got a comment on the chat from Kenan Brown. He wants to know if
Keenan.
Oh, Keenan.
I know him.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Keenan.
But he's a Wookiee. He's really tall.
Oh, sweet. But he wants to know if you guys do anything, have any events take place on the West Coast.
Right now, most any event has been virtual. It's point not to say never say never. No, I'm in Oklahoma. But I mean, as far as West Coast, I would love it to be out there to help some folks do an event.
Awesome.
We're not there yet. But things that I would mention is if they engage in the community, maybe even make themselves available in some capacity with our staff, just to see where they'd like to help. We're open all the time to listen to what the folks' ideas that they have, and to see if they want to come on team to maybe be that person that helps us on the West Coast.
Absolutely, that'd be cool, man. So Ken, that's your answer for everybody. And hey, we're gonna have links down below in the description after I'm done with the show, and later Colby's gonna give some information too on how to contact them and everything. Back to the Twitch drive, though, I wanted to tell you one of the coolest things I saw that took place. I got a chance to help you guys out with it a little bit, but I think it was Jacob was streaming, and it was one of the coolest moments for me because I was watching him, or I was listening to him. So I was actually working on another episode of Geek Devotions, but there was this very, very real conversation taking place while he was playing some game. I don't even know what game it was, about dealing with depression, and he was giving his testimony and how God, did a work in his life, and he was talking to some people, and he was being very real with them, and people were really receiving what he was saying and being challenged about dealing with that in a godly manner. And so I think it's one of the things I love is that you guys are in the culture, you guys are playing video games, or watching anime, doing stuff, but you are through these avenues and through these times with people, you are legitimately ministering to the hearts and minds of these people, and it excites me to see these type of ministries take place. So I mean, like, high five to you, bro. I mean, you guys are my heroes.
Hopefully not.
It's definitely something that I'm proud of.
So
I've focused more. I say focused. I've did more on the writing aspect. I've did more in the background aspect. But the guys that are doing like the Twitch stuff where they're actually seeing and talking and interacting with folks, they have a real direct through line. I mean, and Cody too does his live videos every Monday. A real through line to get to somebody right in the moment, right when they need it. And real ministry has and can continue to take place through those avenues. We're really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. I'm just glad to see what God can do through it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. So, all right, now you mentioned earlier that we have our naysayers involved with certain things, and this past week, Geeks Under Grace has launched a new project endeavor for the year, and that Celeste and I got a chance to be a part of, and it's called the Bible studies. And man, if you could just tell us kind of the genesis of that, what are they, and what the direction is for this amazing, pretty cool ministry you guys get going on.
Well, I think to say that it met our expectations, it exceeded so far our expectations. We were, we wanted to make something that was something we could put in people's hands. And I know we did that in a printable, but I mean, still people can put this. You go to our website, geeksundergrace.com, I believe /Bible study, and you'll go right you can collect all these. So we've only got one up right now. But we picked a controversial one to start off with. We knew this was coming to some degree. I mean, at some level, we knew there were going to be naysayers. But we picked Logan. I mean, first off, it's chronologically the first one in our opening month. But we have other movies that are coming out this month. We're going to be doing one on Beauty and the Beast. We're going to be doing one on Power Rangers, Ghost in the Shell. And so it's not going to be the end-all, be-all. We're not just doing rated R Bible study. I mean, we've had people take comments and take them, in my opinion, too far. We know that what we do will not always be agreed with some folks. We know that. But if we will, the entertainment that people are taking, a lot of times the only way to get through to them in a spiritual way, to connect them with God, is to use what they know. And if they know all about Logan, we're going to use Logan. That's what we've. And I think, not to brag on y'all, but y'all are the ones that did that study and knocked it out of the park. I mean, set the really, really high.
We appreciate it, man.
Yes, we do. So also, to the comments, hey, Jakari, friend of mine said hi, so I'm saying hi back.
That's cool. That's cool. We enjoyed writing it. It was actually, for those of you watching this right now, there will be links down below for you to check out the Bible studies. If you're just now logging on, we're interviewing Colby with Geeks Under Grace, and he was just talking about this really cool ministry. We're doing Bible studies based off of movies, and again, we're having links down for you to check it out. We actually, that Bible study, Logan, was actually Celeste and I's
test run.
Yeah.
This is what we can do.
Cody's
like it?
Cody was like, hey, can you just give us a sample of what you could do?
Yeah.
And so Logan, of course, we haven't seen Logan yet. It hadn't come out yet when I wrote it, and I was
basically just went off the comics.
Yeah, and so like a lot of it was based off the comics. But what I love about what you guys are doing with this, and the whole concept is that it's kind of like, and I said this on the Facebook live with you guys the other day. Hey, your Geeks Under Grace crew is saying hey. Cody's saying hi.
He says he's not in the movie yet. Hi, Cody.
What's up, man? But what you guys are doing with it is that it really is like Paul when he's sitting there talking to the church, and he's pointing to, he's referring to the entertainment of their days at the races and the wrestling and all the games that take place that these people are very accustomed to. They know all about, and to be honest, a lot of it was controversial for their day even. And Paul's like, hey, this is what you know. Let me show you Christ through this. And so that's what I love about these Bible studies is that we are following the footprints of my favorite Bible person ever, Paul.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, probably a month or two ago now, Cody and I worked together. His idea, and then I helped to write it and we worked together really on it. Even though it shows up under the website as my name, but it's about should I watch or should I play? And we get asked that question a lot. Should I watch this? Should I play this? Should I read this? Should I listen to this? And we tried our best to kind of hit that topic head on. And I'm glad you mentioned Paul and the games and the things that he used as examples, because we use that in that article as well. It's on the website. I think if you go to Geeks Under Grace, search for, should I play or watch? Should I watch/play? I can't remember for sure on that. But that's an excellent piece. Not because I wrote it. I'm just meaning it took a long time. Because it's been a real resource, even in writing it, to reread it and to remind myself of it.
Right.
It's really kind of a platform on that. So
awesome. Well, what I'll do is after show, again, after you're just tuning in, guys, welcome. After show, probably because you guys got process, I'm going to go to the show notes and I'll put links to that article that Colby just mentioned and everything else down in the show notes below. Colby, there's something really cool about you that I like, that I find very interesting. You're neck deep in Geeks Under Grace. You're writing curriculum for them. You're doing all kinds of cool stuff, but you're also a pastor of a church. What's that like? Balance your life as Geeks Under Grace board member, pastor, and you also pastor and everything like that.
It's very busy. Keeps me running. Sometimes I meet myself at the door. But no, I've been a pastor now for over 7.5 years. August will be 8 years. I was in music ministry 5 years prior to that. I've been in ministry since I was 18, and so
cool.
To turn 31 this month. So however long, do the math. But yeah, I've been a pastor now for several years, and always felt like technology and kind of our culture had to catch up with what I could do best in the group that I could minister to most. But if you look at our culture now, there's a comic convention in every city, or several. We now have familiar with the things that we're familiar with, and what love it or hate it, but like Big Bang Theory and King of the Nerds was on a few years ago, and all these things that are around our culture and always known that these are my people. Whenever I've did lots of messages early on in my ministry, whenever I remember one of the first messages, the first message I ever preached was actually a Superman message. Examples from and quotes from The Dark Knight, and none of the people I had preached to had seen it. From the movie, and they're just looking at me like they didn't get it. And so I knew that at some point, the people that would truly get those connections that I see would be there. This is the best way that I think that I can reach people, and that I'm excited to see other people reach people alongside with them. So it's just doing what God wants me to do, as He knows who I am and the things that are important to me, that I enjoy and that other people enjoy. And when we can help connect the dots with folks, spiritually, a lot of our generation just doesn't have it.
Yeah,
they had not been to church. I read their Bible. They just, that's not a judgment. That's just a fact. They just haven't. And so the best thing we can do is take what they do know, what they do love. Yes, God can lead you to Him through those things. And I think that's as scriptural of a journey as any person could endeavor to do. Even though it's unconventional. It's part of my calling, I feel.
Very cool, very cool. Hey man, if somebody is in your area, first off, if you tell people, what your name of your church, the area you're in. Just in case there's somebody that they stumble upon this and they go, hey, this guy's a pastor, he speaks my language. This is my tribe. Let me find out where this guy is at, so I can fellowship with the body. Where are you at, and how can people find you?
I'm in Southeast Oklahoma. I pastor Archie Baptist Church, which is in Soper, Oklahoma. We're a small church up north of a small town. I I work around Hugo, Oklahoma. So, I mean, if anybody, they can find me. They can find me. But it's always, we're open to anybody that wants to come. And I'm always glad to meet new folks and engage them wherever they're at. So.
Awesome.
Archie,
fantastic. Do us a favor, man. We're kind of closing up here. Tell people how to find Geeks Under Grace. Kind of a couple other things that their adventures. I know you guys got a podcast and Twitter and all that good stuff. But how do people get in touch with you guys and find you guys?
Well, you can always find our website at geeksundergrace.com. You can find us on Facebook. Grace. Alongside that, on Facebook, we have a Geeks Under Grace community, which now has several thousands in it. And that's been a place of there's fun there to be had, and sometimes people have too much fun, but it's a great resource to jump into. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, forum. But those are the ones we really are
Looks like we lost your audio, buddy. What was that last part?
Our Twitch page. Twitch.com/Geeks Under Grace. And if anybody has any questions about that want to just talk to me, they can and Twitter and Instagram. I'm usually at Colby Ray Bryant or Colby R Bryant. Just look for me there, and I can help you get in touch with Geeks Under Grace if you can't find it, but I think you can. All
right, cool, man. Again, I'm going to have all the links down in the show notes down below. If you look at our comment section, Cody, who is he runs the Christian News page, he commented. You can click on that.
I thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. There's going to be a link up in the card up here, and we care about you, and there are other people out there who care about you, who are in the same interest as you. And so I want to encourage you guys, check out Geeks Under Grace. They're there for you. They have a great staff. They have all kinds of really cool resources for you. If you're struggling in your faith and you're not understanding something, these guys have it in a language that you speak, and check them out. So that's pretty much all from here. Colby, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, buddy. Make sure y'all check out Celeste's episode this Friday. She's been a little under weather this week, so it might be me doing it this Friday. We're not sure yet.
We'll see.
But that's pretty much all we got, guys. We hope you have a fantastic day. Have a peace and love, guys. All right.